I'm Jonathan Robinson, and this is Fret Buzz. Hey guys, welcome back to Fret Buzz. Today we are obviously not at a casino. I'm in my little corner of the world in my little jam shed. If you've checked out my channel, you have seen that. So same Fret Buzz stuff, just from a different place for just this week. Make sure you stay tuned in to the end of the video to hear about the winner of the Mag Slide giveaway. So we'll have that in the end, so stay tuned. All that stuff said, let's jump right into today's videos. I think I've got some cool ones. I think I found a few that probably some of you at least have not heard of because they are smaller channels, but I think they are very good channels. So let's see if we can pump up their subscriber count. The first one is Paul Stafford Cook. I just randomly came across this guy's videos in my feed, and I'm glad I did. They're great lessons. He's a great player. He has a really cool gear. A really cool, what looks to be a Fender Custom Shop Telly. He's playing a Supro and some things. Different amps, different guitars, some cool Les Paul stuff. The video, the first one at least, that I'm going to link to is Beginner to Advanced in one song. And it's basically him going through sort of the verses in a major 12-bar blues. And just on every verse, I forget how many times he goes through it, but it's a lot, like 7 or maybe even more than that. He gets a little more advanced. And he's basically going through the stages of your playing. And it's just really cool. So, you know, the first verse is just regular old, staying in the blues scale, pentatonic, and then he just ups it a little bit, follows the chords a little more, blends major and minor, all kinds of cool things. He did another one where he's doing the same thing through a minor blues, because obviously some of the little the tricks and tips he does change a little bit. So that's kind of fun. I'll link both of those, and I'll also link one where it's viewers Q&A number 2 in the Les Paul Jam, because that's cool. So again, Paul Stafford Cook, he also has a great accent, which I think is fun to listen to. So check him out. Hit the subscribe button when you watch his channel, and I think it'll be worth it. So yeah, there's number 1. Number 2, I'm actually going to break my own Fret Buzz rules on this one. They're self-imposed rules, so I think that's fine. But normally, when I'm finding videos, I try to keep it within the last week. And if you send me suggestions and they're older videos, a lot of times I don't use those because I'm trying to keep it current. Things that have just come out. This I found and thought it was too cool not to include. And it's actually like a little cluster of videos, and you'll see what I'm talking about. The first one is Tom Britt Guitar. And it's Tom Britt Slide Guitar Lesson number 3, How to Play Like Derek Trucks. Now, Tom Britt is a session guy who's pretty legendary himself. Tom Bukovac has mentioned him on his channel, and I think, in fact, in the comments in this video, some people were saying they came from Tom Bukovac's channel. I don't remember that, and maybe I didn't watch that episode, or maybe I just didn't think much of it. But that kind of, sounded an alarm in my head. So I checked out this video. The guy is obviously great. A lot of guitar wisdom going on there. A lot of cool things. It's not the channel for you, if you need it to be like cinematic and, amazing like a Paul David's video. That's awesome. This is just a guy in front of his camera talking about cool ways to play guitar. This is like a year old, and there doesn't seem to be a ton of new stuff. But looking at that, then I get to, sort of look in and doing some things. Turns out that Tom Britt and Bob Britt are brothers. Bob Britt, which I really only know about him through the Truetone Lounge, which we're going to talk about later in the show anyways. He is a sort of another legendary sideman. Played for Leon Russell, played for Delbert McClinton, probably lots of others. I'm sure he's done studio work as well. They have a podcast, and some of them are on YouTube. And there's one, Guitar Talk, episode 2 with Kenny Vaughn. Now, Kenny Vaughn has played with Marty Stewart. He's just like a Nashville sort of staple. Fantastic player, super interesting guy. The 3 of them are chatting about guitars and telling stories and all kinds of good things. It's worth watching. Both of these things have less than 1,000 subscribers, and they're both just really, really cool. So I had to include them. So I'm going to count all that together as video number 2. So one is Tom Britt Slide Guitar Lesson number 3. The other is Guitar Talk episode 2 with Kenny Vaughn. I don't know if they're doing more episodes or new episodes or what, but check out what's there. I think you'll dig it, and then maybe they'll put out some new stuff as well. Number 3 is a player who came up in the shop the other day. Baxter and I were talking about none other than Mr. J.D. Simo. I love his playing. I think he's from Chicago originally, ended up in Nashville, played in the Don Kelly band, has done a lot of session work, now has his own sort of power trio kind of thing. I've seen him live quite a few times. If you are not familiar, do yourself a favor, check him out. JD Simo. This is actually the Carter Vintage Guitars channel. They've got a great channel. Carter Vintage Guitars is a shop in Nashville. I actually picked up Baxter's Brian May Vox AC30 from him there. We talked about it on the Casino channel, I think, a couple times. They're a great shop. If you're ever in Nashville, go to Carter's. Awesome vintage stuff, all kinds of cool things, cool people. You can try things out, you can play them. And their YouTube channel is top notch. The sound and the look of the videos are fantastic. And they just do a great job. So this one is JD Simo Help at Carter Vintage Guitars. The vocals, the guitar work, and just the video itself are all just top notch. So I think you will dig that. If you like guitars and you like music, I don't know how you could not like it. Next video, number 4. I've mentioned these guys before. They are a band. The Main Squeeze. They're pretty big on YouTube. You probably have seen them. They do amazing covers. I think these guys have gotten a lot of traction over the last few years. But all their covers are really, I mean, they're great. This one is no exception. It's Hotel California. Now, before you say, I've heard Hotel California a bazillion and 3 times, give this one, just check it out. It's such a good take on it. There aren't 2 guitars, it's just 1 guitar, and a lot of the harmony stuff is done with keys, which is super cool. The way they do it is really creative. The vocals, as always, with these guys are amazing. And the guitar playing, the guy who plays guitar in this band, his tone and his playing and his phrasing, they are so good. Yeah, you will like it. The solo at the end, him and the keyboard, and they crush it. They keep pretty true to the original as far as the melody. But it's just a really good take on a classic song that maybe even is a classic song that you think, oh, I've heard it so much and never want to hear it again. Give this one a shot, The Main Squeeze, and then go down the rabbit hole of all their other amazing covers. So I guarantee you can find something they've done that you'll love. So The Main Squeeze, check them out. Elliot Easton on Truetone Lounge. That's number 5. I love Truetone Lounge. Truetone is the channel. They make pedals and power supplies. I actually use one of their power supplies, the CS12. It's very good. I have no reason to say that. We don't even sell them. Well, actually, we do sell them now. But, yeah, I have no reason to say that other than they're fantastic. So, if you're looking for a power supply, you could do much worse than the Truetone, the One Spot Pro stuff. So, anyways, that's the channel. They put out a really cool show called the Truetone Lounge, where they interview, you know, sometimes it's session guys or songwriters or even instrument builders, guitar makers. Just all sorts of a plethora of cool people. The host, Zach, has his own YouTube show as well called Ask Zach. I've recommended him before. I think I've recommended Truetone Lounge before, but I had to put this one in here because Elliot Easton is so cool. Guitar player for the Cars. He's done other things, but that's obviously the thing he is the most famous for. And the solos from that are iconic. I mean, he's just... I feel like he really is a unique player who maybe does not always get the credit he deserves. And I just love his sort of demeanor in this interview. You can tell he's a really cool guy. You can tell he's really grateful about where he is. And it's just nice to hear him talk about it and to hear his stories. So, check that out. Truetone Lounge, Elliot Easton. Fantastic interview. I also want to give a shout out to Bill Altman. Now, Bill is another North Carolina guy. He's a guitar player. I think he's done some demo stuff and some session stuff. He has been doing the Fret Buzz Jams of the Week now for a while, and every week he puts them out. Sometimes he chats about them. He chats about his approach. Heck, if you watch his stuff, you might stop watching my lessons I've been putting out about him because his may be better. But check him out. I really appreciate him just participating and helping to build a community around Fret Buzz and around the Casino channel. That's awesome. So, like I said, Bill is just, I just started finding him with the hashtag. I think he might have linked to one in the comment section, either on my channel or on one of the Fret Buzz episodes. So if you guys are doing takes of these Fret Buzz jam tracks that I'm putting out, that's a great way for me to know that I see them. Just say, hey, I did a take, put it in the comments. I promise I'll go check it out. So check out Bill. Really cool YouTube channel as well, and I'm going to put a couple of his Fret Buzz jams in here. Now, before we talk about the Fret Buzz Jam of the Week for this time around, let's talk about the winner of the Mag Slide giveaway. It is Ryan, and I hope I can say his last name. And actually, I might have to look it up because it is a long name. It starts with a G. I thought I had it written down, but I do not. Grafenberg, Ryan Grafenberg. He's the winner of the Mag Slide. He left a really cool comment, a really very, very positive, nice comment about Corey Congilio from last week, on last week's Fret Buzz, and also went and subscribed to my channel, which I appreciate greatly. So congratulations, Ryan. If you will email us at shop@casinoguitars.com, just send me your address. I'll get it sent out to you. Or if you find me on Instagram, Jonathan Robinson Music, you can message me direct that way. So congratulations. If you did not win, Mag Slide was kind enough to send us a discount code. So if you go to the site, it's playmagslide.com. Obviously, I'll put the link in the description. And you put in JROB10, J-R-O-B-10, 10% off your entire purchase from Mag Slide. So if you want to pick up a slide, that'll save you a few bucks. And feel free to share that. JROB10, discount code for Mag Slide. I did do a Fret Buzz Jam of the Week and lesson this time around. So this time it was something, a lesson someone suggested and asked about, diatonic versus pentatonic scales. Talk about that, and then I made sort of a faux jazzy minor blues backing track. I'll have the link to both of those in the description. As always, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the folks who've been subscribing to my channel. Please keep that up. Go give it a like and a subscribe if you dig it. And if you don't, that's okay. No worries, no pressure here. But I appreciate those of you who have gone over and checked it out. So anyways, if you haven't hit the casino like and subscribe button, do that now. Make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss videos in the future. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you next week on the Fret Buzz.